guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I have a bit of a random video for you today that just like popped into my head, and I decided to go ahead and film it because I actually had the stuff to do it. So today's video is how I wrap gifts for people. I know, super random, but I've kind of developed this really specific way that I like to wrap my gifts, and I do it for basically everything. It doesn't matter like how big or small of a gift it is, like everything kind of falls into the same process. And so because it is the end of the year, and here in France we do like class prizes, I actually have some class prizes to wrap for some of my students. So I've just taken one of the sets. I actually have three that I have to ultimately wrap, but I'm just gonna do one with you guys here because basically all of them are gonna be the same. The colors and like the paper I use and whatever might be a little bit different, but the process for how I choose everything is kind of the same. So I thought I might as well film it because honestly, I just didn't have the brain power to do my Q3 plan with me yet. I definitely need to just finish out the school year, but rather than leave you guys without a video, I figured I would do this one. So what I have are the little pieces that I'm going to wrap, and I think I'm actually gonna wrap everything together just because it's going to be a little bit easier for me to transport and to make sure that I don't accidentally mix up the different pieces, since I do have 3 kids that I'm giving these prizes to. So what I've got, because I am their English teacher, I always do something kind of English related, and what I chose for this one is we have this Wrap Yes You Can. It's basically the original text, but it's got all these notes on the side over here. And I figure with these, they're a little bit hard for 7th graders right now, but I figure they can add it to their collection, and whenever they get around to a point where they feel comfortable trying to read something that is this difficult, they can read that at that point. I also got this little idiomatic expressions in English, which I thought was just like a super cute thing, and for the 3 students I have, they're all very serious, and so I thought this might be a cool little thing for them to have. And then because I still had some budget left over, and I thought it would be kind of cute because all 3 of them happen to be girls, so I got them all a little notebook. So this one is just like a little gold whatever lined, and then a little pen to go with it. So I figure, you know, if they read the book that I gave them, they can also take notes, or they can use it for whatever else. So basically this is what I have that is going to go into the little present. And what I initially kind of figure out is how I'm going to like organize everything, especially if there's multiple pieces. So I think what I want to do, okay, I think we're gonna stack it like this and just do kind of like so, because I think so the problem is that the little notebook here is too wide, and that's just gonna make things kind of awkward if I try and do it that way. So we're gonna do it like this. Okay, so I'm gonna do it kind of like that. And I think that what we're gonna do now is figure out what paper. So I typically have a roll of craft paper on hand, and I use this a lot of times. It's just like really easy to then decorate however I want. But I think that I want to actually use, I have this paper that I originally bought like ages ago to do like notebook stuff with, and I just honestly haven't gotten to it. So I want to look, I don't know if there's anything I really want to use in here. Let's see. Yeah, these are all kind of like my style, because the thing I like about craft paper is that it's very like adaptable to anything. This is actually, I like this paper a lot. However, it's a little bit thinner, and for what I want to do, I like to have a tiny bit thicker paper just because I don't want to accidentally destroy the stuff I'm wrapping. All right, let me, actually, what we're gonna check, oops, I have this binder. Oh goodness, I'm making a mess. So if I don't have any of those papers that I want to use, which I'm not saying I'm not going to, but we're gonna kind of take a look and see. I also have this binder of just like stuff. So I've got paper, I've got, this is stuff for doing like junk journaling spreads, for whatever. I tend to actually use doilies to decorate. I do also have some envelopes, and I was wondering if maybe an envelope is what I want to do. So hold on a sec, because I have these ones that are really pretty. I only have 2 styles though, that's kind of annoying. Actually, you know what I can do, because I have basically 2 that are the same prize and 1 that's different. I could do it that way. Or I could just do all 3 of them the same, because they're all like really pretty. Will these even fit? This is like question number 1. Will the things even fit inside here? Here. So, and I did go through and I took off all of the tags already that I could. Some of them are printed directly on the book, and so I really couldn't do anything about that, but the ones that I could take off, I did. How like awkward are you gonna be? Let's see. Doo, doo, doo. So that like just fits. You know what? I honestly think that we're gonna do it like that. Yes. Yeah, we're gonna do this. Okay, so I'm gonna do, this is the first one. It's literally just easy peasy. I do typically wrap stuff, but depending, especially for like weirdly shaped things, I do like having a couple of gift bags on hand, and I'm also trying to like actually use my stash. So, oh no, as I punch a hole. Good job, Caitlin. Okay, hold on a second. We need to move things out of the way. So, let's see, pull these out. Ooh. I don't think there's anything I want. So I think what I do want to do is I'm going to pull out my doilies. So I weirdly love using doilies. And I think these are all like not the right vibe for what I'm looking at over here. So let's move this paper out of the way. Okay, so here, let's do, I think what I'm gonna do is, because no matter what, it's gonna be like really, really easy to poke a hole in it, I'm just gonna cover it up. Ooh, this is gonna be fun to transport. So let's see. So these are just actually, I think I got all of these at Michael's, and some of them, like you can see, some of these are more like paper ones, and these ones are almost like a coffee filter situation. So just kind of different looks. So I think I like one of you. Let's see. Problem is, how do I want to do that maybe? So here, am I gonna do all three the same, or am I gonna do them different? Actually, if I do one of them this way, I can do, oh dear, come on. I can do one of the darker craft ones, and then I can do you, and then I could do you, and then if I do, oops, another one of this one, I can do giant baby. I think we like you. Do another one of you, and I think you, and like that. Yeah, I think. So I'm kind of planning out what I want to do for all of them, just because I want to make sure I have like the doilies in a good configuration before I commit to one of them. So I think we're going to do that. So stick the doilies back in here. I've got, oh, I almost forgot. So I actually have this box, and because these prizes are going to girls in my class, I thought I would go through, this is my box of washi samples, and it's actually like this. And I just made these from washi tape that I had, and so a lot of times if I have gifts and stuff for somebody that I'm like, ooh, maybe stationery stuff, because I'm giving them notebooks, like they would probably enjoy some washi, I'm gonna just give them some washi tape. Let's see. Actually, I really like these. I think that looks pretty. So here, do I have a third one of you? Ooh, we can do that. So we're gonna do two kind of different, actually, I can do more different ones here. So, oh no, yeah, we can do all that. Okay, so here, and I have a ton, so I feel like I want to give them another one. Do I have any that are like different enough that it would be, because I don't want to give them ones where I have too many like repeated patterns, because that's kind of silly. Like this one, for example, that repeats, so that's kind of annoying. Ooh, maybe you. How many? Yeah, so this, all of these are different. Ooh, yes, we like that. And I think I have one, two, or, well, I already have this. So let's do the stripe one. There we go, cool. So do that. Okay, so now before I like get ahead of myself, let's put the washi samples in here. Choop. Come on, just like dump. All right, so that is that. So I'm just gonna kind of put these over here to the side because I still have to wrap the rest of them. So these are not, it's gonna be kind of blobby, but that's just kind of the way it goes. So one of the things I do is I don't use tape, I use a glue runner. So I'm gonna just do a line here and try to carefully, oops, because I don't need it to be like super closed because I do use string and stuff, but I do need it to just kind of stay. So what I like to do is I actually even do just like a dot of a, oh, almost forgot. I do a dot of a glue runner on here, but I also want to just check and see if I have a tag. I'm running low on tags. Goodness, this is not ideal. So these are too like old-fashioned compared to this. This one is a little bit too like holiday-esque. I've got two of you guys. Maybe we do that and then I do this one for the different one. Yeah, all right, so we're gonna do that. And I think I'm actually gonna take off the string because of the way that I like to do it. So I'm gonna take off the string here. Ooh, there, so got those ready. So I can just save this string because I've got tags that don't have strings, so at some point I might need that string for something. So I just keep all of my tags kind of together. I actually need to go back through my stash and just see if I even have tags that I've hidden somewhere that I forgot about, because that is very possible. So what I like to do is kind of figure out what my configuration is gonna be. I think I'm gonna do something kind of like this. I think that'll look cute. So what I wanna do is while I'm kind of thinking about it, is we're gonna do a line of glue. So here, I'm gonna do, oops, a line of glue over here, literally not even that much, just enough to kind of keep it like tacked in place. And then I think we're gonna do like that. So one here, there. And then what I do need to do, and I actually moved my chair because I'm standing up to do this. So I need to do, so I wanted to do it like this. Yes, so this one is, there. Of course, I picked the smallest pen that I have just because some of the names are a little longer. So I'm gonna do, how do I wanna do this? So I think what I wanna do is tack it down, but I'm probably gonna feed, yeah, I'm gonna just tack it down right over here. So, shoop. Okay, and I'm gonna do it like right like that. Okay, so that way, like nothing's gonna fall off on me, which is ideal. And I often bring out washi tape, but depending on like what's going on, I don't always actually even use it. And honestly, the only thing that I like for this would be the copper, but I like this doily look better, so I'm gonna not do that. So then I do some sort of a twine. So I keep, whenever I like get stuff from people, I do keep little bits and bobs, but these tend to go not for wrapping, they'll go for decorative things, for other things, because they're just too short for how I like to wrap my packages. So this is kind of, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of whatever. These are, like, none of these are actually black. So I don't want anything super dark. I think honestly, this is the way we're gonna go. And this is truly the one that I end up using the most. I don't even remember, I got it at some craft store and it's like, as you can see, it's like not a super tightly like wound one compared to like this. Like this is obviously more of like a twine, it's just two colors, but this is something a little different. But I actually really like it because it's got, you know, it's like cream, but there's, oh goodness, I'm doing a ton of that. But there's a little bit of gold, and I don't know how well that's gonna show up on camera there. But I really like that kind of like look. So I think what we're gonna do, and I literally don't even cut it until I'm kind of done because you never know. So I think what I wanna do is I'm gonna slide it under here. Oops, come on you, get under there, there. So let's see if I can do this without destroying oops, my wrapping. So there, and I always end up doing this. This was a poor choice, Caitlin. Okay, so we're gonna do like so. Oops, no, that is not gonna work. All right, hold on a sec. So we're gonna undo one of you. I need this to be longer. So we're gonna do, and this is why I don't cut it until I'm kind of like ready to actually tie it, because I always end up misjudging length and I don't want that to happen, hopefully. So we're gonna do, whoops, like that, there. So I'm gonna leave this, this is gonna be my like end one. So then, oh no, come on. This is trying to not like punch a hole through this while I'm wrapping. And of course, hold on. It's gonna be so much easier if I put it on this side. There we go. So as you can see, very exact science to doing this. There, and I usually do like 3 or 4 wraps, just kind of whatever like feels right, if you will. So I'm gonna do like this, and I think we're gonna just do, actually, how long are you? Yeah, we're gonna do like that here. So that's one end. This we need like long-ish. And then what I wanna do is actually put it through here so it looks like I tied it to it, even though I really just glued it. Actually, you know what? I've never done it this way. We're gonna try this. And literally when I wrap stuff, it comes out like a little bit different every single time. Even if I use kind of similar, like a similar approach, it just comes out different every single time because of the way they do it. So I'm gonna actually knot it and then do my bow, just so hopefully it won't move. There. So now, happy little bow there. I made this like ridiculously long and we don't care. So I'm actually just gonna cut off that much because I don't want it to like get like caught dragging. So there is my little package. Got it wrapped around a couple times on here. So now the final step, and this is honestly the main reason that I do my packages this way, is because I love using my seals. So this is one I do need to sit down for. So I keep this in my craft drawer. I just have like a little like lighter guy specifically for doing my seals because matches are not a good thing. Like you would need to do like 10 or 15 matches. So I just get one of these and it is my craft one. So let's see, I've got, and again, like ribbon just everywhere. So I've got a couple of different, let's move, a couple of different waxes. Oops. So I've got this like bright red one, I've got a gold, I've got a copper, I've got gray, black, white, a tiny bit of burgundy, and then this like deeper copper one, which like you guys are not the same color copper, but that's cool. So as you can see, definitely varying levels of usage. So what, and then, all right, so first I like to decide kind of what seal is gonna go with my look. So I've got a gear, I've got my little plume and inkwell, I've got a star, and I've got a compass rose. And I really at some point need to get something a little bit more like, more curved lines, maybe like a floral, because I tend to do things like gifts like this where having a floral would be really, really nice, and I just don't have one. So I think no on the gear. I think honestly, the one I end up using is kind of my most like sort of generic one is actually the compass rose, because I just think it looks kind of nice and it's a little bit less like I am a specific design. You know what I mean? Like a star is like, hey, I'm a star. And this is like very sort of stationery-y, and this is a very specific, like this I love because like, you know, steampunky kind of stuff. But I think that this is kind of my most versatile seal. It's also my biggest one. Like, see how big that is? Like, she's huge. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this one because I like, it gives me like a lot of coverage right there. So what we have to decide now is what color. So my little like accenty guys here are actually silver, but I have gold in my ribbon. Like everything, it's just kind of a bright sort of thing. So I think I don't wanna do this red, is gonna look just weird. I don't like that. The burgundy might be okay. But I think maybe, no, black is gonna be too dark. I think the burgundy's a little too dark. This gray would be kind of subtle, but because I have the browns, I think I'm gonna stick probably with a metallic. It would be really good. So what I really at some point need to do is get a wax spoon so that I could cut off pieces, because I feel like doing a combo of this would actually, you know what? We're gonna try it. I think we're gonna try that. I have no idea how this is gonna work. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the white on the bottom, I'm gonna do the copper on the top, and we're gonna see how it goes. Yeah. So again, as you can see, I am not an expert at wax seals. I just kind of do them however they work. And this thing is so strong, like there's no way that I can not touch the flame to the wax, which is probably not correct, but you know, it adds a little something, we're gonna say. So come on. Now the only problem is I need a ton of wax to do with the Compass Rose, and I do sometimes have the issue where my wax starts drying on me before I have enough to do the full like seal, which is kind of problematic. So we're gonna see how that, oh gosh, come on, works. And this white one in particular just gets like really muddy. So I think we're gonna do just a little bit of the white and then mostly do like copper on top. Yeah, I kind of regret doing white, but hey, stay. There. With some of the darker colors, it doesn't matter as much that you get a little bit of like the discolored from the flame. And I literally, like if anyone has tips on doing wax seals, let me know, because I have not yet figured out a way of using the stick like this and not getting like basically black like burnt bits on it. I have no idea. Okay, come on you. Uh-oh. No! I thought I ran out of flame. That would be terrible. All right, you need to like do your thing. Ooh, this is, it'll be interesting to see what this looks like as I go back and edit, because I'm not even looking at the camera right now, so I don't know how like freaky the flames look. Sorry guys. All right, we are gonna pretend like this is actually gonna be enough. All right, there. Okay, so just kind of hold in place. Oh, and as you can see, I had one more drop that probably would have come off pretty quickly, but because I did the two colors, I didn't want to let it go for too long because I was afraid the white that was on the bottom was going to start hardening and I wasn't going to get a good shape to my seal. So I think we're good. Oops, ta-da! So you can kind of barely see the white in like the top over here, but overall, and I think actually I'm probably going to end up doing copper for all of them. This is like honestly my favorite one. As you can see, it's one that I use the most. Maybe for the one I'm doing with this bag, I'll do the darker copper one, because also I'm running out of the lighter copper, so at some point I need to make the switch over. So that is just a quick little sort of tutorial, I guess, for how I wrap my presents. And assuming that it is something that is more or less like not super soft or like a super, super weird shape, I will wrap it exactly like this. So I typically will do some kind of a decoration. Sometimes it's washi tape. Often, because I have the doilies, often it's gonna be a doily. Sometimes I'll use like other pieces of paper. And then I usually will do a tag of some kind with the string and then a wax seal. And I've even done, for example, I gave a friend of mine a tote bag that I had made, and I had a really large gift bag that I did, but the rest of the wrapping I did exactly the same way. So like kind of no matter what, I will wrap it the same way. And you know, if I wrap it in like craft paper or whatever, like it doesn't really change. But this is kind of the style that I like, and I do this because I don't really use my wax seals for anything else, and so it's an excuse for me to pull out my wax seals and play around with like sort of fancy extra looking wrapping. And as you can see, it doesn't even take that long. Like it would have gone faster if I wasn't like walking through the process with you guys, and even then it still only took, I think this video is probably maybe 25 minutes long, something like that. So yeah, so just a fun little random video while I finish out the school year. I still have 2 more days left of class, and then I am on summer vacation. Obviously work is not done. I have to start preparing for next year, but hopefully at that point I will be able to like mentally focus on doing some more filming for YouTube and stuff. So I just wanted to do a fun random little video for this week just to kind of cleanse the palette while I was still busy doing some end of the year work stuff. So that is all I've got for you guys today. If you guys have any comments or questions, any tips, especially on doing wax seals, let me know down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Hey guys, so if you've made it all the way to the end of this video and are actually watching my end screen and you're not subscribed to my channel, I would really appreciate it if you would. There's a little button right there for you to do it. And if you're interested in watching some more of my videos, I have links to 2 of my older videos off to the left there, so you can check those out if you would like to, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.